today I'm going to take currently about FHD. So we are having an office in Hyderabad as a head office, and we are having a branch office in Bangalore, Mumbai, as well as small presence in Dubai. Yeah, sorry. So we used to handle the projects across XML, Excel. We used to call small, medium, large, as well as extra large scale projects. And these are the few of our completed projects. I'll directly go to the last 12 years, we are working on a lot of sustainable projects which we have grounded. Almost more than 12 communities currently we have grounded. Out of that, the 3 are completed, and in terms of vertical, we have completed 3 more projects. So in this presentation, so I'm going to take you through the first project, that is Argana Nandi, which we have completed in 2018. That one I'm going to present in detail, and from there our learning lessons of that particular community and how we have fixed that in our third project, Dhamotharan. So that's how I have set up this entire presentation. So today I'm going to take you through these 2 projects, basically. So these are all the other projects which we have already grounded. That is Damiragadda, Kandavada, as well as Deepalli. These 3 projects are under construction as of now. And Palgutta, Ibrahimpalli, Alur. These 3 projects are in sanction stage. In terms of vertical community, 2G Hyderabad as well as Bangalore is almost completion. Polycab Halol is completed. Loft Dhamotharan is in the design stage. Yeah. So in terms of designing community, net zero community is not similar to designing a net zero building. So the net zero community is like a creating community, bringing all stakeholders and everyone's come together is like a little bit. Can you make it little aspect ratio? Can you change little bit? So it's a little different. Can you reduce little bit? Slightly. Some more. Yeah, better. That's fine. Thank you. Yeah, so this is our first project, Argana Nandi Hyderabad, as well as that's the second project. So this is the 2 projects which I am going to take you through. So this is the site, you can see the picture. It is I took from almost 2013, almost 11 years before. It was a barren site. This is like almost 36.5 acres. It was very, very barren. You can see that in the history in terms of in Google also the same location, 2013, nothing was there. 2014, slowly we started doing the master planning. 16, some more, and 17, 18 is the completed, and 19 is the handover. So the first project, what we have done is, it's like India's first net zero as well as the collective farming community. So the collective farming community in the sense, in 36.5 acres, we did almost 73 houses. 73 houses, what we have made like a more of an undivided share. So undivided share in the sense, 1/4 of the house and land will be like partly it will be given, and remaining 3/4 of the property will be given back to the community. So whatever the central area, that entire area, what we have created, the farming as well as the forest, will be part of the community, not as part of an individual. So the reason why we have done this is we want the concept to remain same, because the land is like a more of appreciating commodity. The moment if I make it like a half-acre plot, it will not be like a same like what we have envisaged. The future it will be like the son will construct one more house, and somebody will construct a third house also. So which we want to avoid, and we want to keep the concept to be intact. So equally we have given the house of only 500 yards, remaining 1,500 yards as part of a common facilities, which will be owned by the society. That's how we have designed. So to create the master plans, for all our master plan of this sustainable communities, we are evaluating our own principles. Like we used to call that as Sabdapada. So it is like a food, water, energy, earth, shelter, air, and people. So we used to measure on these aspects, as well as we used to ensure that the master plan will be derived based on that. So I'll just go through that, how we have incorporated those aspects in this project, first of all. First, it's like a water. So the water, what we have done is like we have created the entire the contour study, and the entire contour has been remain same intact, and we have made that entire water, whatever the surface we are going to collect, that will be passed through the bioswales. So from the swale, and we have created a central pond area where we will be collecting almost 20 lakh liters, as well as the small pond area where we used to collect almost around another 4 lakh liters. So totally we'll be having 24 lakh liters of the water will be collected as part of the usage, and the excess water will be given to we have created a huge dug well, and it has been passed through the dug well. So we want to save the entire amount of water. We don't want to have that any water should go out of the site, and we want to save the entire water. Then that the water will be used for our farming as well as for all household usage purpose. So this is the diagram which will explain about how we have stored the entire water. So you can see that the swales. So this is the urban swales we used to call all along the farm which we used to create, and this is the pond in the central area which we have created. And the pond, the moment if we create the pond as like a separately without having any usage, the people might not use it. We want to have it the dual purpose. It will be used as a recreational zone, and the thing what we have used, what you are looking at is like a fishing deck. So you can able to grow the aquaculture also, the fish, as well as we used to do that fishing also in the pond. So it will be in terms of functions, it will be like a various functions, Diwali as well as various other functions which will be hosted all along this pond. So it will be like a nice recreational space it will be created. And also it will be like the smaller pond area where the fishes, you can able to do the fish therapy also naturally. The people will use it like that way. And the third point is like the swimming pool. The swimming pool is being designed like a more of a biopool. This is the second generation biopool which we have installed that point of time. Currently the fifth generation is available, so that there is absolutely no chlorination, only sand filter, as well as we will be having only UV filter. So only these two we have used in this particular project. So this is another shot of this project, the pool. Then next one is the food. The food, if you see that all the central area of the entire project will be having it like used for the farming, and a few areas you can able to see on the northern side the darker green. So those are all for the woods. So we have divided, we intend to ensure that across 365 days, we intend to grow the entire food. So what we have done is we have created the entire land has been divided into multiple patches, and we ensure that we will be doing cropping as well as we will be getting that yield for every week. Every week, Wednesday as well as Sunday, we will be having it like harvesting day, and we used to produce our own food. All the entire thing is without having no fertilizer as well as the chemicals, and it is like a more organic way we used to grow through the drip irrigation, as well as we used to do biodiversity through the permaculture as well as multi-cropping technologies. These are all the few of the farms you can able to see, which are pictures which we have taken 2 years before, and currently also will be like this. And along with that, we will be having our own Goshala. So to ensure that every household will get their own witnessed food as well as milk. So every household, they will be getting almost 32 kgs of vegetables in a month, every month, and 30 liters of milk and 1 kg of ghee. So that continuously we will be getting it till today. Third, energy. Energy is very easy nowadays. So it will be met through the solar. So the solar has been proposed on top of the villas of each and every villa, as well as part of the common areas, including the club as well as the farmers' quarters. And apart from the solar and the entire waste of whatever we used to produce, the kitchen waste as well as the Goshala, the organic waste and everything, we are having our own biogas plant, which will be used for the generator, the gas. So that's so. So typically, any kind of a solar structure, it will look like a very ugly as well as eyesore kind of a thing. We want to design it like a more of iconic, so that the people we can able to promote that as part of the entry structure. So this is our entrance area of the area. Along with that, farmers meeting used to happen. The daily briefing will happen, and below this. So and that we have taken this a good opportunity to make it like a light in the first project. Similarly, this culture, we are incorporating in every project. The entry area we used to make it like a solar as part of promoting as like a more of a sculptural element that I'll show you in the subsequent projects. You can see the rooftop areas, all the villas as well as the common areas are connected through the solar. And we used to have, because the Hyderabad, we are having a net metering system. So we are having a microgrid, and we are producing the energy whichever it is required more than whatever we are consuming. And the fourth one is the earth. In terms of earth, yes, we are going to use the non-polluting farming as well as the reduction of the plastic reduction and the complete waste management. These three things which we have implemented in this particular project effectively, as well as the alternate materials. So in this project, what we have used is like upcycling the wood. Everybody is, instead of recycling, we have done very much of upcycling. We collected almost this food wastage of the crates, the fruit crates. So we have collected more than tons and tons of the things which we have used it like a very parametrically, and we want to make it like a screens. That screens has been used in various areas. If you see that, you can able to see how we have collected and we have cut that into the various things, and this is the kind of a few of our own team has produced our own methodology of installation, and which has been used for our farmers' quarters, as well as if you see that along the club, as well as in the entrance area, all these woods are upcycled woods, which we have used as part of the facade. So if you see that the previous one, if you see that, that's when it has been, while installed, it was like this, color, and over the period, it will have its own aging. It's a nice color. You'll not have any issues on that. The fifth one is like a shelter. In terms of the house, we intend to make it like a more simple house, and we intend to draw maximum amount of daylight for the entire house. And if you see that, there is a two-way sword. See, the moment if you allow the maximum amount of the light, and you'll be absorbing the more amount of heat, so that we need to have a more amount of overhang. So every large window, we are having an overhang of almost more than 8 feet. 2.4 meter overhang we have produced to reduce the amount of heat gain. So if you see, we have created more of an outdoor living space. So this is one of the backyards, and you can see that the intention is like this backyard is almost 15 feet we have created to reduce the amount of heat gain for my living room, basically. So if you see, this is the internal portion of from the inside, you can able to see from everywhere, you can able to get the amount of natural light, as well as from every area, you can able to get, we don't require amount of any artificial light. This from the first floor. This is the terrace area. Terrace area on top the solar also, it will be like a shaded for this area. They can be used like a more of a party space. And the alternative material, so we have used in this project, that point of time, this was one of the largest bamboo structure which has been executed, and we have used the bamboo as Indian bamboo, which we have used. So if you see that this is the construction, what we have done, all the columns has been done with the concrete, and the entire roof structure and everything has been used Indian bamboo. On top of that, we have done with bamboo boards. On top, again, we have used the thatch. So this is the completed picture. So this is that point of time, it's one of the largest bamboo structure which has been constructed using Indian bamboo. You can see that. This from the internal. With lighting, the entire space will enhance with the lighting. The air. So this is one of the project which we have won multiple awards because of this. So this is the only project in the community level, the earthier tunnels has been installed, and successfully we could able to experiment in this. So almost a kilometer pipes, a kilometer length of the pipe has been buried at almost 4 meters level, and we draw the air from the atmosphere at the strategic locations. From there, it will be connected to through the plinth. It will be connected to from there. Every house is having a treated fresh air unit that will be installed at the unit level. From the treated fresh air unit, every wall is a breathing wall. It will be connected through the plinth. It will be, if you see that this is the location, so the blower. So by doing this kind of a thing, so we could able to reduce the almost 8-degree variation which we could able to achieve. So except 4 months in a year, we don't require air conditioning at any point of time. Only during the time of peak summer, we require air conditioning. Even during the air conditioning also, we used to switch on this. So it will create the amount of air changes, the requirement, as well as it will be good in terms of overall health also. The last one is the people. So the people interaction, as well as we can able to create any kind of a thing. The end of the day, that the spaces as well as the thing has been not been used in a proper way, it will be go-waste. So we used to do the people engagement at every level, and with the owners, we used to conduct various programs during the time of construction itself, so that they will be having a special bonding towards each and everything, whatever is being created. So we used to create our own requirement of vessels for the club, create with our own potters. The children will learn the pottery, and that is the one of the mud event, the Holi, we used to create this kind of a thing. And these are all the few of the current the picture which I have took 2020-22. Currently you can't able to see any of the buildings, so that the architecture is like continuously covered with the landscape. So from the barren land, you can able to see the amount of the landscape vegetation has been transformed. So this is one of the picture from the aerial. Yeah, this is the backyard. We won multiple awards for this one. So one of the thing is like a World IGBC award. In Asia Pacific, we have won 2 awards, which is one is the leadership in sustainable design, another one is the best residential category, and advancing net zero. These 2 categories which we have won in 2018. And even the BBC Storyworks have documented this project. Yeah, the next project. So before going to this, after creating our first project, in this project, we want to understand what the three major problems which we have identified. One is like water. So we thought that the water we will be saving, as well as the percolation will improve the groundwater thing. But unfortunately, you can able to notice all those circles are almost like 25 cricket grounds are there within next to our, within 1 kilometer radius. See, though we are doing entire water, we are collecting and we are discharging within the earth, but because of all these cricket ground, that the groundwater recharge is not happening at all. So what we thought is for the next project, we want to have it like a water secured community. That's what one of the challenge which we have taken. The second one is like the centralized solar strategy. Rather than we are putting it into the individual house, we want to make it like the solar to be like a more of a centralized to reduce the power loss, as well as for the ease of maintenance. This is the point number 2. Point number 3 is the improved social interaction. The social interaction, if you see that this is how one of the high-end community has been right now, it is there. So that one we want to inspire from the villages, how to make, why the villages used to be, generally the villages, if you see that everyone will be very close to each other, because of they live close to each other. The village streets, you can able to see that villages, you can able to find the streets is the location where the children will play, as well as the elder will interact with each and everyone. This will create a close kind of a bonding. So we want to incorporate this kind of a thing within the next project. So otherwise, typically every development, every villa project is being like this, with the roads and cars. So that this is totally, it is creating the less amount of a people interaction. So from the farm villa to what we want to make is the entire central area, we want to make it like a more of a people interacting space. So what we have done is, first we have removed the entire car out from the road. So the car parking area, we have put it outside, and on top of the car park, we have made it like a centralized solar one. And similarly, and this entire street, the central area, we want to make it like a pedestrian friendly, as well as the usage for the kids. They can able to roam all around, and elderly people, they can able to play along with their kids. So these are all the activities. This is the cluster which we have created. And after developing that, this is the master plan which has been developed for the almost, it's like a 50 acre, 150 villas. Each cluster is like almost 20 villas has been proposed. This is the master plan. These are all the renders. I'll just show you quickly that final. This is the kind of a clusters, as well as the street which has been created. What we intended to have. I'll just quickly go to this is the completed one. You can able to see that. This is the night. This is how the streets has been created. This is the internal spaces of the cluster. So the moment if we are making that everyone to walk through these areas, and we are making that the people will use this more of interactive spaces. And apart from that, the cluster, all the houses will be the backside. We will have the similar, whatever the Sabdapada, we are having it like same thing. We used to have our own witness to food. We'll create similar kind of, and people interaction we'll have, and water. See, the water, this is the one of the major point what I have highlighted, which we have failed in our first project. What we have done is, in this project, we have ensured that there was a nala which was cutting across. We have rejuvenated the entire nala, and we have collected this project. Almost we are collecting 1.25 lakh liters of the water. We are collecting. We are intending to reuse in the month of whenever we are having it. We did analysis why it is 1.25 lakh liters, in the sense we did entire analysis of very high as well as the low of last 8 years of monsoon, and that is the amount of water which is required from between two spells. So based on that, we have arrived at, and we have created that entire storage. And whatever that to dug the well, we could able to gather this much amount of entire rock. Those rocks has been used to create our boundary wall as well as the entrance. So we don't want to waste any of the material, whatever we will be getting at free of site. And the remaining excess rocks has been used to rejuvenate the entire nala on the either side. These are all the ponds as well as the storage which we have created. These are all the few of the cluster clubs. The people interaction. As solar, as I mentioned, so here what we have done is centralized solar. All the car park has been proposed on top of the solar. Totally we are having almost 750 kW we are generating from this project. Wind, yes, what we have done is that the entire master plan, before developing itself, we have done multiple iterations. We did the flow of entire wind analysis. Based on that, we have ensured that the gap has been maintained between the villas. So we intend to ensure that the entire central pedestrian area to be well in terms of the well ventilated in terms of the requirement of the wind. Yeah, these are the few of the internal pictures as well as of the villa. And these are the few of the pictures of the club. We have used the local materials as well as the tandoor as the flooring. And this is one of the another major thing which I would like to highlight, air conditioning. So this is like a natural air conditioning. This is the sculpturistically what we have created with a nice amount of sprinklers on top of that with the blowers, with the natural air. This will create like a natural air conditioning system. These are the few of the aerial views of the club. This is the last image. So as like other previous project, and here also we have installed a light fixture as part of our entrance, as like a part of a sculptural element. That's all. Thank you.